This is my audience for today's speech. Thank you all. Today I'm going to talk about food banks. Food banks are a great source to many hungry American families. SNAP benefits is what is called food stamps. $80,000 a year is put out for food stamps by the government every year. 47 million Americans are on SNAP benefits. We have 554,000 homeless people in America, from young to old, and this also is not exclusive to military families. They are not excluded. My points here: if it were not for food banks, many families would go hungry. Many receive SNAP benefits, but it's not enough. Congress has fought to reduce these benefits, and some families barely get 2 baskets of food when they go to the grocery store. So what exactly is a food bank? A food bank is a place that families go to when they are in need of extra food every single month. The ones who receive food stamps, as I said, they run out of food. They don't have enough food to eat, so they go to these food banks. When they go to these food banks, they have to wait in a line. The line could be long, the line could be short. It's all based on a first come, first served basis. When they get to the food bank, they wait in line. The food bank may have canned foods like beans or corn, carrots. They may have rice, they may have beans. They have a lot of non-perishable things. Some food banks even have the benefits of being able to have meat at their food banks. This just all depends on the resources of the food banks, whether they have deep freezers or refrigerators or what have you. Where do they get their resources from? Food banks are not funded by the government. They're not funded by the government, and they also do not receive any kind of benefits from the government. They're run by individuals who have their churches, and they get their church members to give to the food banks or to local grocery stores who may have food that's getting ready to expire on their shelves. They have these things that they have to get rid of, and instead of throwing them into the garbage, they will give them to the local food bank to give to the people of the town that are in need of help. For an example, we have a mother that has 2 children. Her children are young, and one older and one younger, and she has to go to her refrigerator, and when she goes to her refrigerator, she makes a meal that she calls rice whatever. What this is she takes everything that's in the refrigerator. She may have leftover cabbage from one day. She may have leftover stew from another day. She mixes this all together in one pot. When she mixes this all together in one pot, this is what she calls rice whatever. We would be thinking automatically, that sounds really disgusting. Who would eat that? But this is what families are going through to be able to feed their people. Many people not only go to food banks, but they go to local soup kitchens and other places that have resources to give them what they need to get through the month. Many food banks are looked at as needless. But that's just for the people who have never had to go without. Those who don't lack in things. Congress and some other people in the states look at people who have to be on food stamps and receive other kind of benefits as lazy. It's not that these people are lazy. It's simply that these people work, but they do not have enough at the end of the month to get their families through. The busiest times of the month at food banks is the 3rd week. This is about the time of the month when people start to really run out of food. And as I said, many have not heard of a food bank. What a food bank does, where they get their sources from, or anything. They don't know the purpose of a food bank being there. But food banks help so many Americans every day to be able to make it through the end of the month. Americans rely on these sources to be able to provide for their families. Thank you.